Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are largely done with our internal work for the time being. We've got our farming settlements good to go, we've got our mines done, we can continue to work on city buildings if we wanted to. For the moment, I would like to continue to work on a few libraries, and we'll actually get those underway. Looking at our research efficiency, that's pretty solid as is, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to get our Legion grouped back together, and we should definitely think about enlarging our Legion right now, and I think that would be a really good idea. So for the time being, I would like to take our heavy cavalry. We're currently on a flank size of 2. I'd like to take that up to a flank size of 5, which does mean we'll need 10 units of heavy cavalry here. Now, that's going to be pretty expensive, but that's okay. We're also going to want to increase our overall combat width, and I want to increase our engineers here as well. We're going to increase that to 5, and then we're going to increase our combat width to at least... let's see, we have plenty more space here. Morian Civil War is over, that's cool. But we're going to increase this up by at least 5, I think, for right now. We can afford that, for sure. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Boom. Nice. Okay, so we can get this up another 15 in total. For now, I'm reasonably content with a 22k, and they do not need to be on road build. For the time being, we're just going to... Well, we're on decreased pay right now. I don't think there's a reason to remain on decreased pay for the moment, and we're going to start drilling them. Now, they will increase their loyalty gain chance, but this guy's 70, so I'm not too concerned about that. Excellent. Now, we could continue to grow this Legion. We could very easily bring in another, like, 7, but we're going to leave it at this right now because I'm very concerned about attrition. In fact, where we are right now, we are taking attrition. So we should move over to here. And in the meantime, of course, we are working our way through the martial advances to deal with things like attrition. So we're just going to drill up over here. And we do need to regain some manpower. I also want to think about annexing these guys. Now, we don't have ACB, and we do have good relations. Okay. For right now, all we're going to do is we're going to fabricate a claim on them. There we go. So we'll get that underway. Our relations will be decaying a little bit over time, and we can always send them an insult. So that would be fine. We've got plenty of cash. We're not concerned economically at the moment. What we are a little bit concerned about right now is if we look at our levies, we're a little concerned that our levies are fairly weak, right? We have the one Legion. That's not... it's not maxed out. It's okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. In fact, this Legion is probably pretty strong compared to what we're up against. The Seleucid Empire just had a border change. Ah, Moria has pushed into the Seleucid Empire. That's beautiful. I'm very happy to see that. And the Seleucid Empire is attacking Rome. I'm really happy to see that too. So we're going to grab Supernuminarii. That'll be perfect, giving us 10% additional supply limit. Army movement speed will be good. Fort maintenance is okay, I guess, but we'll need that to move down to delayed baggage train, which is the bigger deal there. This guy wants protection, and we will give him that protection. Perfect. So yeah, you can definitely see they're fighting against Rome, and that's really good. 3 free stability is always nice to see as well. I would love to see some colonization happening. How long until we can get more conversion done? Not long. Okay, good. We're definitely seeing some progress on that. There's no doubt about that. Good progress going on there. And the majority of... Yeah, I keep going to Atlas map mode. The majority of that progress is actually coming from calling down Zoroaster. So, or actually, Zoroaster. That's the majority of it right there. We're doing fine stability-wise. Our legitimacy is coming up, so that's great. And we don't currently appear to have any major issues with losing loyalty in our provinces. I don't expect any further rebellions for a good long time. So that's great. We are getting a lot of conversion done in this time. And I do want to check in on our missions here. So now that the Seleucid Empire is at war with Rome and has taken losses to Moria, what are we thinking about fighting them? They're Miltech 8 compared to our Miltech 8. So we are similar Miltech to them. Now, we've not been doing things like active drill and working our way down the professional training. This is definitely something that we want to do eventually. But right now, that's not a thing. And actually, heading down over here would be great as well, grabbing that heavy infantry discipline. For now, that's not really a thing. We can also grab heavy cavalry discipline. Heavy infantry cost isn't that big of a deal. That does activate foundries, I guess. So that's a bigger deal. I do want to get these guys annexed, and to that end, we should get our legion moving down here. Do we have a location where we can stand in this region? I mean, there's barbarians over here as well. We're going to start heading over here. It's going to take a while before we get there. And our supply weight is up there. There's no doubt about that. They are reducing civilization level over here like a bunch of jerks. Like the bunch of jerks that they are. But our food capacity will be okay for now. So that's good. We're no longer importing vegetables or cloth. That's okay. Not a huge deal there. Just taking stock of the big boys here. So Rome is currently at war with the Seleucid Empire, and it's actually currently losing that war. We'll keep an eye on that. And we're going to be using this as kind of our measuring stick for the Seleucid Empire. But look at how fast we're able to move down this way now that we have our road system constructed. It's so much faster. So that is absolutely excellent. Now, we're going to have some attrition unless we split up over here. These guys are actually entering our enemies here. That's completely fine. So we're going to need to split our force here. And that's pretty understandable. I mean, this is a large force for the amount of supply limits that we've got. It definitely needs to be worked on. However, that's okay. We're mostly looking at pop growth right now. So we're going to get these guys here. Excellent conditions over here getting us gold. Slave happiness, okay. Less gold and output and happiness, that's what we're going to go for. Gold is actually less important to us now than it was in the past. So that'll be fine. We're going to move half of our legion over this way and keep half of our legion here for the time being. I do actually expect that these two legions will be capable of taking over this entire location. So that'll be fine. Now, we're currently at 92% war score here. And we can see them fighting our barbarians. I love it. So we can see they've got a pretty weak legion there, in all honesty. Like, that's a lot of light infantry. They do have a lot of heavy cavalry. And we don't really counter heavy cavalry, do we? Let me double check. Actually, heavy infantry does counter heavy cavalry. Cool. So that'll be fine. I'm a little surprised that heavy infantry counters heavy cavalry. I'm a little surprised that they don't have a, like, spears cohort. But I guess not. Cool. So we definitely do want to take this region over, and we have a CB on them now. The question is, if we were to declare... Yeah, this is fine. Cool. Checking on their morale over here. They have slightly higher morale. So I think I'm going to group together both of our legions over here, and we're going to be in position to do a first strike on their legion with both of our halves of our legion combined. That's going to be the goal here. There's barbarians up here. I'm not too concerned about that at this moment. They're walking out. I'm a little sad about that. In fact, I'm a lot sad about that. But this is also the only fort that they have that we know about. Is this a fort over here? It is. It's just not showing up as such. Okay, well, let's go ahead and declare this. I just want to make sure, yeah, nobody would join. They have no allies. And we're going to head in. We're not expecting to catch their legion here anymore. Although it looks like we might. It's unclear who will win. Surely they are out of there, right? No, they're not. Shocking. Okay, so, leadership-wise, leadership is even. We should win this. We have a stronger army. The terrain is to their benefit. Their army doesn't have much more morale than ours. We're at 4.01. Did they go to increased pay? Probably. Let's see here. Yeah, they're on increased pay. That's okay. Numbers-wise, we should have enough to carry the day, even with their slightly higher morale. Oh, yeah. We're wrecking them, as I expected. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we are expecting them to raise up legions, or rather, not legions, levies as well. But we're not in a huge hurry here. We do need a new researcher for our civic advances. This guy's the best at the job, so we'll put him in. And we did indeed win that battle, as expected. We should be able to siege down this fort quite quickly with our increased number of siege engineers. If we look at our siege engineers, you can see that we've got +3 now for our siege. So that's great. Now we could order an assault. I don't think that's worthwhile. They are turning around here. That was an awkward way to retreat. I guess because they were locked into going into Sheeman, and then they're turning around and retreating up to, like, Batina or something. Strange. Okay. So, of course... Wait, they're retreating into our territory? Oh, they're just going to use the road to retreat, like, over here, aren't they? Sure. So we're going to have this siege done soon. We're not too concerned about what they end up doing. They might try to siege here. If they're smart, they'll try to take this or this. We'll see what they do. We are going to need to go take this fort, and that fort should fall very quickly. There's also a fort over here that we're going to want to take. So we're at -3 right now. That's just due to ticking. And this guy is apparently raising up his troops. It's very rude of him. He's the governor of Albania, and that's this guy here. He's only at 18 corruption. We can give him free hands. We can persuade him. And then that'll bump him up to 21. What else can we do here? That won't give him any loyalty. We could make him our rival and try to assassinate him. Sure, why not? We don't want to go to civil war right now. I mean, we could. We could beat him, for sure. It's not a problem. If we have so much money, like, it would be fine. I'm not going to put too much effort into stopping him. So that should be okay. So it looks like they're going to come up here and attack this. That's what they should do. To that end, I'm actually going to hire these mercs, put them onto unit reorg, and we're going to send them down there. They don't have very far to go, and I don't expect them to stand up to the enemy army until their morale regenerates a bit. It'll take a couple months for that to happen. We do win this siege, and we're going to hop up over here. Cool. Yeah, this is exactly what I expected them to do. So we're not going to... we're going to pull off of unit... Okay, we're not going to win that fight. We knew that that wouldn't happen. I was hoping that we would get a little further on the unit reorg, but that's okay. No big deal there. So these guys are going to retreat up over here. And we're going to put them probably not back on unit reorg, actually. Their morale is going to be very low, obviously. Because we just hired them. That was always the way that that was going to be, and that's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. So he's going to head down over this way. This is a mistake. If he goes for this, he should not do that. We're going to turn around these guys. This levy we can actually defeat with our mercs here. So he's going to cap this. He's going to head for here next. And going for this fortress is a big mistake, in my opinion. They did kill a pop there, and that's very rude of them. But we're going to catch this force, and that will regen a good amount of morale. We're going to take over this fort. They just don't have the troops for that. And that will get us a decent chunk of morale. We're going to go back. Actually, we're going to cap this back over this way. That's what we're going to do. We're going to let them siege over here. We don't expect them to make very, very rapid progress compared to us. They have no siege engineers. So that should be just fine. And then we're going to come down over here and attack this. We are going to need to siege this fort as well. Once these guys are freed up here, they're going to come over and attack their legion. So that should be fine. Our mercs are going to go down and start sieging this fort. They're not going to have super fast progress, but that's okay. We don't need them to have super fast progress. And yeah, this will start auto-capping this entire area. This is pretty under control at this point. So this will be fine. Ticking war score is not on our side right now, but it will be very shortly. We're going to head over to here. Excellent. So this entire region will be capped now. And we grab this, and then we're going to go take the fort. Beautiful. So these guys are going to have to make their way out of here without roads. They'll get here eventually. These guys have made good progress. Better than I'd hoped with a level 2 fort. And no siege weapons. Hopefully it doesn't fall before we get there. There's only a 7% chance per tick right now, so it shouldn't yet. But it is possible. Wow, a water shortage up to 28%. That's unfortunate. So, that's definitely rough. No doubt about it. They've gotten good rolls there. Another Morian civil war ended. And this civil war is going to be in 11 months. That's fine. We're not too concerned about that. So up to 42 now. Our stability increased due to the queued event. And we're going to walk in over here. And now we're on roads. So now we're going to be able to make our way over here very quickly, which is good because they have a good chance of taking this now. They've had very good siege rolls. They have given up on their siege. Now, they're making use of our roads to run away. This isn't shocking. Roads can be used by anybody. We're going to chase them down. And in fact... Oh, we don't have quick march. Okay, just checking. For some reason, I thought that we'd be able to force march, but no. They're probably going to make for this city. We're just going to stay right behind them the whole way. If they try to attack our mercs down here, they're going to take heavy losses. They could win that. This is a strange choice. This is a very strange choice. Okay. So we don't actually catch them here. But we're close behind them. We are hot on their heels. I'm assuming they're coming down over here. That assumption is incorrect. They're just going to fight us right here. And we will win that fight. Handily. Beautiful. I'm very glad that they didn't finish their siege because that would have hurt our pops, which I would prefer not to do. I would definitely prefer not to do that. Okay, so we're going to win this fight, and this siege is going to win shortly after. We're going to take these guys down over here, and then these guys are going to head up here and cap as soon as they're done with their siege, which wasn't that tick. There was a decent chance of it being that tick, but it was not. Perhaps he could be won over. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to keep pursuing their forces. I'm guessing they're retreating to Batina. I don't know that for a fact. We'd like to stack wipe their legion. That would be ideal. I don't know how realistic that really is, but we'll see. That wasn't actually to Batina that they were going. Okay, well, it'll be done soon. They went here. Got it. So we're going to cap this. And then we're going to chase these guys down by heading into Shiz, and we'll see where they go from there. They're going down this way. We lack access. So from Shiz, we have access to anywhere they can potentially go from here, and we should be able to completely cut them off from here. This is a weird location for them to go. They have no way out. Unless if they backtrack, I suppose. That's something they can do. Okay, so they're currently going up here. Oh, they stopped. Okay. So we have this. We're going to head up over this way. We're 93% war score right now. Now we're at 99. We can probably just full annex them. Yeah, they would accept this. And this would net us 22 aggressive expansion. That's okay. We'll go ahead and do that. And we are going to lose half a point of aggressive expansion. We're going to ditch our mercs. They are not necessary. And these guys, they are, for the moment, going to chill over here. Until I finish sneezing. Perfect. And now that that is done, we're going to take a look at the territories that we just took over. First things first, we want to build a mine. And we also want to build a farming settlement. Now that's the only two things that we can build there, unless we wanted to go into, like, tribal settlements or provincial legations. Actually, that pop assimilation speed is pretty good. We might not go astray by having a few of these scattered around. So if we sort by pop assimilation speed and build in locations where it's like plus 25, we can do that. Now, we may want to swap those later, if we remember. But that'll do for now. Okay, so as far as roadage over here goes, we are going to want additional roads. Ah, he did spawn his civil war. Up here. Gotcha. So, for the time being, what are we going to do? We are going to grab these mercs and these mercs, and we are going to put them onto Carpet Siege. There we go. These guys, they're going to head north and head up over here. So this civil war is unsurprising. We knew that this was on the way. I was hoping that we would be able to kill the guy in time, but no such luck. We'll imprison him. Okay, so this area lacks a governor, and we'll put in this guy. Cool. Now, these territories that we just took over, they're already Zoroastrian. So that's beautiful. We don't need to work on that. We could certainly worry about the culture. They are Iranian. I do want to check the current speed on that. Yeah, that's not very fast. Okay, let's go ahead and go into our administration here. And we're going to sort by integrated pops percentage. And locations like this, I'm interested in putting into cultural assimilation. And this one as well. This one shouldn't be, but this one should be. Cultural assimilation there. And then cultural assimilation here as well. This one should probably be onto religious conversion, but we'll call that good for now. Okay. So that'll do. We'll be working on integrating a lot of those. These guys are heading up north. And our mercs are going to head in, and they don't have any morale right now. They are going to regenerate some. We'll see where the enemy armies end up being. We may also want to hire these mercs, but we are negative in cash right now, and I would prefer not to be negative in cash, so we'll call this good. So we do see the Armenian Revolt Levy and Legion here. They're very small. Cool. For now, I'm just going to put these guys on Carpet Siege as well. I'm thinking about redirecting some of these troops to deal with this force. And in fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use these mercs. Now, their morale is low, but they have a sizable numerical advantage. So this will be fine for now. Now, you can see that they've decided to back off with this force. They've taken this location. That's fine. We're going to head in over here and try to push them towards our Legion. That's the ideal. They're not on roads. Our Legion is on roads, so we can move up over there. And we didn't manage to kill this guy, but that's not relevant anymore. We need a new governor for Albania, and this guy will do the trick. Looking at the situation up here, we do want to put it onto religious conversion. So that'll be fine. So these guys are moving up. They're going to start a siege here. They're also looking for the enemy forces, which we don't see yet, which means they're here. Yep. They're currently pincered. Beautiful. They can't really go anywhere. They just took a big tick there. How's this looking? Oh yeah, that's fine. So we're going to use the Merc forces to fight their army. Excellent. And is this their only fort? They have a fort up here as well. Okay. We can call down Zoroaster, and so we shall. Beautiful. I don't necessarily expect that to be a stack wipe. It was not. We killed the majority of their troops, but by no means was that all of their troops. At this point, our mercs are completely capable of dealing with their troops, so that is fine. We could lose some stability theoretically here, and that would be okay. Cool. So we're going to put these guys back onto Carpet Siege. And these guys are on Carpet Siege as well. So our mercs are completely capable of dealing with any troops that they can bring to bear. We're going to have this siege done very shortly, and then we're going to go up over here. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to deal with the Armenian Revolt. There will not be long left. In all honesty, this revolt is mostly in name only. Sadly, we didn't succeed on that tick, and mercs, what are you doing? Don't stack in like this. Come on, guys. There we go. Let's get this siege done. But like I said, it is time for that cut. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I believe I already said this, we're going to deal with this. It won't be a problem. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time. I'm just going to wait until after this tick. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Up we go. See you all next time.